back to the Grand Dabbler, and today we'll be seeing who is the best pop punk band in a bracket fight. Pop punk, massive genre I've listened to for probably the most of any genre of music. Just some absolutely gigantic bands in here. Let's get on with it. We have straight away Blink-182 against the Japanese band One OK Rock. They're pretty cool, One OK Rock, but you can't look past Blink-182 and the legendary discography they have, so I'm going to go Blink. We have Cobra Starship against too familiar with. I know a few of their songs. I'm going to go Cobra Starship on this one. We've got Good Charlotte against Boys Like Girls. Of course, classic 2000s pop punk. Giant songs, The Anthem, stuff like that. I'm going to go Good Charlotte on this one. We've got Paramore against Son of Dork that I've never listened to, so Paramore it is. We've got Chunk, No Captain Chunk, one of the best bands ever, against the best band names ever even, against The Academy Is. I like The Academy Is more, I believe. We've got Rome against Bowling for Soup. And you go Bowling for Soup, classic band, massive discography. Wow, we've got the All American Rejects against Bring Me the Horizon. That I would not really consider a pop punk band at all. Like there was deathcore back in their day. I guess maybe now, by the literal sense, they're a rock band that are played on pop radio. But I'm not going to consider Bring Me the Horizon a band in this genre. I'm just going to go All American Rejects, which incredible band. We are the In Crowd against Pierce the Veil. Veil for me. Right, we've got Blink-182 against Cobra Starship. It has to be Blink-182. Yeah. Good Charlotte had a lot of great input in the early 2000s, early to mid 2000s, but honestly I've not really liked anything they've put out in a while, as opposed to Paramore have After Laughter, which is a fantastic record. I'm going to go Paramore. We've got The Academy Is against Bowling for Soup. I'm going to go Bowling for Soup on this one. One of the first pop punk bands I ever listened to. We've got the All American Rejects against Pierce the Veil. All American Rejects for me. We've got Blink-182 against Paramore, which is some of the biggest bands in the entire genre. Blink-182 for me. Right, we've got Bowling for Soup against the All American Rejects. I absolutely love the All American Rejects. Bowling for Soup have some great songs, but they are, so that's what we'll pick. And to go into the final, we have Blink-182 against the All American Rejects. I think, as much as I like All American Rejects, Blink-182's discography you just really can't look past. So Blink for me. And now we're on to the other side of the bracket. We have Alkaline Trio against Sideboard. I literally can't. I don't know how to say the name of that band. Not listen to them, so I'm going to go Alkaline Trio. Great band. Oh. Okay, whatever. I would have put Coheed and Cambria there, but Billy Talent's another good band anyway. We've got the Main against the Ataris. Ataris for me. Cute Is What We Aim For against Water Parks. Cute Is What We Aim For. I've never got into Water Parks personally. Stand Atlantic against Waster, I believe is how you say that band. I'm going to go Stand Atlantic. We've got Jimmy Eat World against The Offspring. Two ginormous bands. Jimmy Eat World for me, just classic after classic. So we've got With Confidence against Panic at the Disco. It's gonna have to be Panic at the Disco for me. We've got Mayday Parade against Motion City Soundtrack. Mayday Parade, another band I've never really got into, even though they're very similar to a lot of bands I listen to, but Motion City Soundtrack for me, just fantastic. Great to listen to on in a live setting as well. So we've got Alkaline Trio against Billy Talent. I'm going to go Alkaline Trio on this one. We've got the Ataris against Cute Is What We Aim For. I am going to go the Ataris on this one. We've got Stand Atlantic against Jimmy Eat World. Jimmy Eat World for me. And Panic at the Disco against Motion City Soundtrack. Now this is going to be a controversial one, but I've never loved Panic at the Disco. Their first few albums are pretty good, but I've not liked anything they've put out in a very long time. So for me it's Motion City Soundtrack going through to the next round. We've got Alkaline Trio against the Ataris. I'm going to go with the Trio on this one. We have Jimmy Eat World in the semi-finals against Motion City Soundtrack. I am going to go for Motion City Soundtrack. So we have Alkaline Trio against Motion City Soundtrack. I'm going to go MCS. Now we have Blink-182 against Motion City Soundtrack. Now, just before I say this, I think there's a few bands we seem to be missing from here. Like, we're a Fall Out Boy. You know, I didn't make this list, but if the person who made it happened to be watching, where is Fall Out Boy? But we're into this final, and it's Blink-182 against Motion City Soundtrack. As much as I love Motion City Soundtrack, I've said that so many times now, there's just night and day between, first of all, the size of the band and the amount of great output they've put out. So I'm just gonna have to go to It Is. Yeah, let me know what you think about this, and I'll see you in the next one.